Hello and welcome to Craft Away. My name is Kim and you are in my craft room. This video is Polymer Clay 101, the tools. Let me start by saying that with the exception of the clay itself, you don't need any of these items to get started playing with polymer clay. I've been crafting since I was 5 or so I've collected quite a few things over the last 40 years. It's a problem, I'm aware of it, and we're working on it. But in the meantime, should you decide you like playing with polymer clay, these are some of the items you might want to pick up. It makes the job a lot easier. Okay, let's get started. First of all, we have here the clay itself. This is how the clay usually comes in a block. There's several different brand names. Sculpey, Fimo, Primo, just to name a few. All the big stores will carry it. Michael's, AC Moore, Joann. Even Walmart used to carry Sculpey, but I don't know if they still do. But this is how it comes in blocks like this, every color under the sun. And you can mix the colors to make new ones. The clay is non-toxic, and it does need to be baked to cure it. It makes it hard as rock after. And you can either pop it in the oven, or I got myself a little toaster oven here. Works great. I picked it up at a garage sale for $5, $10. Very convenient. Get to keep it up here in my craft room. Don't have to heat up the whole oven if I just want to pop in a few beads. I love it. Very handy. Over here we have a pasta maker. This is probably one of the more expensive gadgets you can buy. I think it runs about $25, $30. All the craft stores that carry polymer clay will have it. And what I suggest is you wait for the stores to put out that 40% off coupon they usually have at least once a month. And if you decide you like playing with clay, this is the thing to get. It makes the job of kneading and working the clay really, really easy. How it works over here is there's a thickness setting. You just crank the dial to where you want it. Pop in the clay up here, roll it out, and it's a nice uniform sheet. Really handy to have. This is a polymer clay roller. This is an acrylic roller. You don't have to buy one of these actually. You can use an old rolling pin, a dowel, a glass even, anything, and it will flatten out the clay also. Back here we have a polymer clay ruler. It's got a standard ruler markings on the edge there, and these circles are for color mixing, so you know how much of a color you used, so you can duplicate the color if you like it. Really handy little tool. Next we have polymer clay blades. This is a cane that I had made, a kaleidoscope cane, and you need something to cut slices off to make jewelry or embellish a frame or whatever you're going to do with it. These are two different kinds of blades. This is a rigid blade. This is a flexible blade, and you don't even need to buy those really. I picked this up at the dollar store. That works just as good. These are clay tools. You can make all sorts of intricate patterns, designs, things. If you're into making figurines or whatever. Again, you can get creative and use toothpicks, old toothbrushes, whatever. But there's lots of these tools make the job really easy. Again, not required, but it is a craft item, so I had to have it. These are push mold, or molds actually. I have two different kinds here. This is a rigid mold. And what you do with the cornstarch, you dust the mold, pop the clay in, and then you have your item. These are angel wings, butterfly wings, and a little angel face. Makes the job of creating things a little bit easier. This is a flexible push mold. These are the critters that this makes. Same idea. You dust it with the cornstarch, pop in the clay, and then just pop it out. It's great if you just want to whip out a quick little project, and it's also a great starting point because you can embellish all these guys too. Over here we have cutters, clay cutters. You can buy them in all sorts of different shapes and sizes just for clay, or you can, I got several of these actually in the cake section. And once you use them for clay, you want to keep them dedicated to polymer clay. Don't want to use them for food after. These are Pearl-Ex powders, and they're great as an embellishment. You can take scrap clay. That's what I did with those beads there. And then you dust them with the powder, bake them, and it's permanent. And not required, just a great little embellishment, and it helps you use up some scrap clay. This is a clay gun or an extruder. It comes with everything you see here. They've got these little shaped discs, and what you do is you pop the shape you want on the end there, roll a tube of clay, pop it in there and press it out. It's great for making millefiori canes and like hair on little figurines. I've actually used it quite a bit. It's a handy little tool. Over here we have the bead rack. It's for baking the beads. It fits great into the toaster oven. You roll out your bead and then you stick it on one of these little bars here, hang it on there. Keeps them from rolling all over the place. This is a bead roller. What you do is you put the clay in there and then just slide these against each other. That's the shape that this one makes. They come in all different kinds of shapes, and that makes the job of rolling out beads really easy. Keeps the shapes all consistent and uniform. And I don't know if you can see over here, what I work on here is a sheet of plexiglass. It's an old scrap piece that I had to save my tabletop. Again, not required, but I just had it lying around. So these are all the different gadgets you can get for working with polymer clay, and I hope you can find a way to craft away every day. Thank you.